So yesterday I installed this G-Floor product in my basement home gym. It's part of my large project where I totally renovated the basement. But I wanted to talk specifically about this product and my experience with it. As you can see here, the final result looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. I bought it at Menards. It was 7.5 foot wide rolls. I have about 15 feet of width, maybe 14.6 here in the basement. So only one seam. And then the length of these rolls were 17 feet, which I have about 15 feet. And then I'm able to go into the closets a little bit, complete the look with that additional length, which really made it look nice and neat, obviously. I went ahead and on this side, I had my mirrored sliding glass doors. So I took the rolling strip off the bottom and I went right through the G-Floor into the concrete. These were installed prior, so that there were holes in the floor already. But I wanted to talk specifically about this because my concerns were the seam. And as you can see, here's the seam. I want to say I'm really happy with the seam. Also, I do not have any adhesive down on this. So the concern about the seam, they make nice tight dimensions, I believe, in the rolls. So I think the seam is of least concern. There is some wrinkles, although they're smoothing out as time progresses here. This is less than 24 hours. I had a little bit of a hue difference between rolls. As you can see, this one's a little duller than this side, but being in the plastics industry myself, I realized plasticized PVC, which this stuff is made from, can often do this, and I think that over time this difference in hue or shine or sheen, whatever you want to call it, will go away. You know, if you look at G-Floor's promotional videos, they show you how easy it is to install, and they show you kicking this thing and all that. Well, that's baloney, because they delivered my rolls with the coin facing upwards, so there was no way to kick these. I either had to, on this side, I had to actually kick it out. That was a mistake. And then I had to turn it over in this small space, which was not easy. On this side, then, what I did is I started from this end with the coin side up, and then I had to slowly undo the roll. So don't believe that little piece of marketing baloney. I think probably what they do, because I'm in the industry, is they've got a winder on their sheet line, and they wind half of it on one side, and these winders have dual winders, and they probably haul off differently depending upon where they're at in production. And I just so happen to get the rolls with the coin side up. They don't tell you that, so be prepared for that contingency. It's a little bit more difficult interior. Trying to think why in their promotional videos they don't talk about using it indoors or in basements. My guess is that they did not get NFPA, National Fire Protection Act. It's a very expensive test. They may need NFPA Class A or B rating in order to promote it for inside, but I can tell you this, it will pass. PVC is naturally fire retardant, so I'm not concerned at all about that aspect. I'm just thinking that the lack of, not using this indoors or even talking or discussing about that probably has something to do with lawyers and the fire code. So by all means, there's nothing wrong with using this stuff indoors. I think they're just protecting themselves. So I think it came out great. I'm a big fan so far of what I see. I think the odor is very minimal. I had a rubber floor, a rolled out rubber floor in my old gym. This is quite a bit thinner in gauge. This is a 16th maybe 60, 70 thousandths in thickness, which is fine with me. All I want to do is cover my floor, give myself some protection during workouts. I'm not slamming weights down onto this at all. Mainly my gym is an aerobic gym, so while I do have weights, I'm not expecting to slam weights down onto this, although there'll be some protection for that too. So I just wanted to give everyone, my 2 cents on my experience with the G-Floor install as part of my larger project, and I'm pretty happy.